We're all packed and ready and headed to St. Augustine for the weekend. Come with us.
St. Augustine is the oldest continuously inhabited European established settlement in what is now the contiguous United States, and it is about a 2-hour drive away from our house. Founded in the year 1565 in northeast Florida, it was the capital of Spanish Florida for over 200 years, then was designated as the capital of British East Florida in 1763, returned to Spain in 1783, and finally ceded to the United States in 1819. 2 years later, it was designated as the capital of the Florida Territory and remained so for 3 years until the capital was moved to Tallahassee in the year 1824. So for nearly 300 years, St. Augustine served as the capital of Florida. And when you visit the city today, it is evident that there is tons of history to uncover there. Much of that history has already been uncovered, and so in this series, we will be uncovering some of that history for you as we visit important landmarks and museums in St. Augustine. For our first trip to St. Augustine, for the purposes of this series, we went camping at Anastasia State Park, and that is where we're headed to in the car right now. As you can see in the video, now we are pulling in to the road that leads into Anastasia State Park. This first trip lasted 3 days and 2 nights. I hope you will join us and enjoy. If at any point you feel so inclined, hitting that thumbs up button really helps us spread this video further and helps the channel to keep making more content like this.
Hello. Alright, so we're just arriving, but I have a
You have a
receipt,
reservation?
a reservation, yeah.
What's your last name?
Kaplan, Kaplan. It's site 14.
Aaron?
Yes.
Alright, have you been here before, sir?
I have not.
Alright. That's the code to get into the gate after hours.
Okay.
It's also the gate code to that far lane over there. Should you go out and come back in and we're backed up here at the window.
Okay.
I will let you know that there is a concert tonight, so there will be extra security.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
There'll be extra security in the park. Great. So that lane will be is going to be used for them. So just come through here.
Okay.
That's also unless it's like really backed up here. That is the amphitheater walkthrough gate code in case you want to go to the farmers market in the morning.
Okay. Does this stay up here?
Yeah, you put it on
okay.
your rear view.
Right.
We are here. Go straight down. Turn right. Past the dump station. Turn right again. Past trash compactor. Go to C-Bean Loop. Turn right again. Go around. Site 14 is here. Your restrooms are here.
Oh,
After
cool.
hour numbers and park rules are on the back.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Wow, they gave us a map.
All right, so we're in the park, in Anastasia State Park in St. Augustine, Florida. We're going to go set up our tent because it's not raining. And blow up our blow-up mattress inside the tent. Set up our bed, and then we're going to go to the store. What, Asa?
This state park was an absolute bargain for our campsite. We paid $28 a night, and compared to many other campgrounds, that is ridiculously cheap, especially considering that our campsite had electric and water, so it could be used for small RVs, pop-up trailers, or teardrop campers, small van campers, and tents. And we were able to plug in our car, which was really cool. Not only was the campsite perfect, but the park itself was amazing. There was enough amenities to keep us occupied and entertained for the whole weekend if we would have never left the campsite, though we did end up leaving to explore St. Augustine quite a bit. But if we wanted to stay there, we could stay for a weekend or more and have plenty to do. There is a beach access, a really nice beach access, that many people come to the park just to go to the beach access. They do rentals of bicycles, surfboards, golf carts, beach chairs, umbrellas. There are hiking trails and fishing spots, and there's even locations in the park where you can get Wi-Fi. And all of those activities that there are to do share their location with a super important historical landmark for the city of St. Augustine. The park is also home to the old Spanish coquina quarries, which is where the coquina stone used in the construction of the old fort in St. Augustine was mined from. The fort, which is mostly still intact, is a very important landmark in St. Augustine, and it is toured heavily by tourists. It kept St. Augustine safe for hundreds of years. Now it is the location of the fireworks shows for 4th of July, and also ghost tours like to frequent the spot. So we ended up passing there on our ghost tour, which we'll get to in a later video in this series. But it's just super interesting to me that the campground that we stayed at happens to be the same place where they mined the stone from to make one of the most important pieces of St. Augustine. Anyways, though the old Spanish coquina quarries are on the National Register of Historic Places, they are not the only historic site that we visited during our trip to St. Augustine. And though they are extremely important and super cool, this campground for us was just home. It was quiet and comfortable and clean. The bathhouse was nice with burning hot water if you wanted it. And we had a wonderful weekend.
Alright, we're here at our campsite. It's a beautiful site in this beautiful state park. We have a grill, in-ground fire pit, a table. It's an electric site, so we can possibly plug in our car. That's what we were thinking. But we'll be able to charge our phones and stuff and blow up the air mattress and everything. We're gonna set up the tent right now before it starts raining. Hopefully it doesn't ever rain the whole time we're here, but if it does, we're gonna get our tent set up first. Before that, then we're gonna go to the store, get some things we need. We forgot a lantern, but we knew we had to go to the store anyways to get some things. So lantern, some food, maybe just soap in case we want to do some cooking. And yeah, you hear the thunder rolling in the background, so let's get to cracking. Let's get rolling here. Got the tent set up. It's starting to rain right now, right as we finished blowing up the air mattress inside. So we're leaving. We're headed to the grocery store and the general store, good old Walmart.
As you see this rain falling on our car drive to Walmart, just know that this was not the only time we were hit with rain during the weekend. It didn't pose a major problem. We didn't really have to cancel any plans other than one beach walk, which we replaced with a fun game of Monopoly in our tent. But it was a worry in the back of our minds the whole weekend. However, since it didn't end up really falling on us too much, other than at night while we were sleeping, and it didn't get in the tent or anything, but it was more just kind of an adventure trying to dodge the rain. And daily rain in Florida is not really a rarity. It's something that we're pretty used to by now. I mean, I grew up here my whole life. There was rain almost every day in the summer, and it's usually short-lived. There was more rain this weekend than usual for Florida, but it still wasn't too bad. There was no high wind, though we did prepare for that by putting in stakes. And we didn't get electrocuted in lightning storms, and there wasn't a hurricane this weekend, so pretty much we fared well all in all. It was nothing we couldn't contend with, and it was kind of refreshing, honestly, to be in cooler weather since it is so hot in Florida in the summer.
Alright, so this is what we got from Walmart. We got a mallet. This is for banging in the stakes on our tent. Bang, bang, bang. We got some shirts that have been desired for a long time. We got some towels, beach towels. We got a small $1 flashlight each. Let's see which one works so far. This is the one that we turned on so far. We got bananas, or as Nasa called them when she was a baby, batecas. We got a plate, eco plate for eating, eco utensils, and a knife for cutting the next thing we got, which is mangoes. We got a tent light. This goes on the top of the tent, shines light down, so it's like our chandelier. And coolest thing we got, most unnecessary but very cool, is St. Augustinopoly. Monopoly from St. Augustine. How cool is that? Ponce de Leon Boulevard. It has all the places in St. Augustine. Go past St. Augustine, collect $200 as you pass. So cool. That's what we have. We're gonna go eat, finish preparing our site, and then we're gonna go walk on the beach. That's it. That's all I got for you for now. Oh, we also... two more things we got, I forgot. We got beach toys for Nasa, because every time we go to the beach, which is all the time, he's always saying, do we have beach toys? Can we have beach toys? And I'm like, you have beach toys. But really, that pile of beach toys has dwindled to like one bucket, and we don't even know where it is. So we got a pack of beach toys, and we got this epic, gigantic umbrella. It's the whole family. Umbrella for the family. So now we can walk around in the rain as a family and dry. A dry family. That's it. So, welcome to life inside the Kaplan family tent. We have our bed, very comfy bed that you saw us blowing up earlier. It takes up most of the room in here, but there is space down here for some things. We have our food and our water. We're gonna do some eating soon. Down here we have, in the tent entrance, we have our shoes and our umbrella. Then we have our fans going strong, keeping us cool. See the fans, little baby fans. Probably a bad purchase. Probably a bad purchase, but they're comfy when they're close enough to us. So we'll have to keep them close enough to us. I am so hot in here. Once we settle down, I think, and the temperature goes down in the night, these fans should do a nice bonus for keeping us cool. But for now, I'm sweating bullets. Yeah, and this is what we've got going on here.
That's what I was saying.
We have a little, a sweet tyrant. She's sweet, but she's persistent, like a tyrant, but with mostly good things. And this is our view in the state park. It's a beautiful view. This is such a beautiful state park. So many nice Florida trees. This is our other side. There's our table and our fire pit, grill. Yep. Life in the Kaplan family tent in Anastasia State Park in St. Augustine, Florida, United States, Earth. Check it out. We got our Monopoly game going. How you doing, Nasa?
Good.
You should stop eating cheese puffs or you're gonna have that all over your hands and you can't play. How are you doing in your game? Are you good? Following your strategy? Anila's the bank too. This is the bank. I am doing terrible so far, as always. Alright, it's early morning. It is almost 5 o'clock. I came into the car to update you guys because Anila and Nasa are still sleeping. They'll sleep till about 5:30, and then they'll get up. I already brushed my teeth. I'm ready for the day. We're going to go on a beach walk and then a skimboarding session. And then we have a ton planned for today. We actually have this itinerary that I have on paper. I'll show you that. This is our in-depth and extensive itinerary for our time in St. Augustine. So far, we have finished day 1. We didn't get to go on the beach walk because it was raining and lightning. But we played Monopoly until dinner, or until bedtime, sorry. We played Monopoly, and then now we are ready for sunrise, beach walk, breakfast, skim session, then brunch. And then we're going to the surf museum. So we got a bunch more planned for our time here. But we slept well last night in the tent. It didn't end up raining again last night, so that was nice. I woke up at my usual times throughout the night and was able to fall back asleep. And then I usually wake up around 4:30, so I was up at that time today again too. Got up, checked my phone, brushed my teeth, and now just waiting on my ladies to get up, and then we will get started with our day. I can't wait to show you St. Augustine. This is a place I've been coming to since I was a kid, and especially from like high school age on, I've been coming here to skimboard and even just sometimes to explore. So this time we get to do a bunch of exploring. We have a bunch of things planned, reservations for different really exciting, cool places that I'm excited to show you all and experience myself because I have never experienced most of these places. So yeah, come along with us. Yay! St. Augustine, Florida. All right, we're here at Filano Beach on our beach walk, our morning walk. What we're doing on the beach today is so nice. This is a beautiful view, right? It's so serene, Feels so nice, perfect temperature. The clouds are so pretty, and it's no real threat of rain right now. This slope, so this is Volano Beach. So for skimboarding, this slope is usually very steep, and the water comes, I guess it's either a low tide. It's not that low of a tide. I don't know why the water's all the way out here, other than that this sand, the slope has been washed away. So usually there's like a steady slope coming from the water up there, which is higher, and it goes like down gradually. And that means that when the tide is high, the water comes all the way up there, the waves break on the shore, and then the water comes back down, and you have a nice wet sand slope to ride down on to get out to the wave. But the sand has been washed away, so we're gonna try to find a different spot after this walk to skim on. But yeah, for now we're enjoying our beach walk, our morning walk, exercise, getting fit. Change of plans. Skimboarding session is not happening this morning. We went to a few beaches and the conditions are not good anywhere. There's no slope on the beach, so rather than get an hour and a half of skimboarding in on just flat, shallow water, we're gonna save the energy and instead go eat breakfast right now at this nice cafe called the Manatee Cafe that we want to try out. It has lots of vegan options supposedly that are really good. And then we're gonna go shower and hit the museums in St. Augustine for the day. So that's the new plan.